Hi there. In this quick video we will be taking a look at this JESWO JESWO. Oh, this Chinese USB hub. It has USB Type-C, but I don't think it's at 3.0 speeds. It has a 3.0 port in here, and then other ports which again I don't think that are at USB 3.0 speeds, and an HDMI at the end of it, and the part that you plug into the laptop or desktop, USB Type-C, in theory at 3.0 speeds, but hey, we'll see all about that. This is all the info that we have. So let's open this thing up. Why I bought this? Well, basically I had a few USB hubs, but with less ports than this, so I had a hub connected into a hub and daisy chained them like that, so kind of got annoying at a point in time. Nothing else. This thingy, quite small, had decent reviews on EMAG, our online store from Romania. It's quite small. This is the model number, NC601. Aluminium, rest obviously the ends are from plastic. Let me try and take a good look inside. One moment. I think I have a light somewhere around here. Yep, so this one right at the front you can see some small pads, and at the back the standard old USB pads. Huh, this one also has the small pads at the front. This one also. Are they all 3.0? I kind of doubt that, honestly. Because some people were saying in the reviews they don't reach too high speeds with this thing. So I'm expecting these ports to be slower. We'll see. We'll test that with an external hard drive. I don't need it for anything else. If that goes at its max speed, that's good enough for me. The cable itself, quite flexible. From what I can see in here, I think it's a shielded cable, which is quite normal for this type of thing. Yeah, overall, light, many ports, feels good in the hand. I like it. And why I got this, let me show you. I initially wanted to use one of these docks, which had all the needed USB ports, as you can see in here, even an audio jack, but I'm not using it, so it doesn't matter. And it had the added benefit of having also the network included in here. Some display ports instead of HDMI, and a VGA that also I'm not using. But the problem with this thingy, once it needs to be powered, so I would have another power brick. But let's say I would go over that and I would use another power brick, then the cable is really thick. Made some modifications in the end of it because it wasn't fitting a particular laptop. You could go just by using Type-C to Type-C and not also transmit power from the dock to the laptop itself. Anyway, so that would work. But this is an HP and I'm using it on a Lenovo. Problem is, the Lenovo doesn't know Thunderbolt 3 or whatever Thunderbolt. It only knows USB 3.1, if I remember correctly, Gen 1 or Gen 2. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So this out of the question. Tried it. This doesn't have any legacy USB mode. Tried the Dell one. Also doesn't have any legacy USB mode. So back to this. This is the absolute only chance. Worst case, if push comes to shove, if I could actually find it in a second, I could use this little guy, which is USB 3.0 to gigabit. I will maybe even try it and test some speeds and see what we get. In theory it is gigabit, but yeah, with adapter, not sure what speeds we'll get. I will see if I use it or not at the end of the day. It will be quite cool to get network, my USBs and also HDMI all in a single device and be done with it, but yeah, we'll see. And I was actually right. So at number 3 they are USB 2.0 ports, although they look physically like USB 3.0. That's just the looks of them, so they don't have the connections internally onto the board. So yep, these 3 are slower ports. So I don't think I'm going to use this in here because I want to connect an external hard drive to this, and if I put this in here, then I have nowhere to connect the external hard drive. So yeah, bummer, because I want higher speeds for that hard drive. And that's that. So for fast charging, it has power delivery in here, and the other one is a 3.0 port, like I guessed. So that's about it. Small device, not perfect, but should do the trick. I wish all of them were USB 3.0, but hey, it is what it is. Let's plug this into the laptop and see how it works. Also, want to add, some were saying they got 4K at 60 Hz working through this thing. Would I be able to get that? I wish I don't have to settle with lower refresh rates because the TV knows 60 Hz. Okay, Houston, we have a problem. It seems that the absolute only fast port on this thing is this one. I was hoping up to a point that this one is also at the same speed. It's clearly not. The problem is that it's not even a working USB port as far as I can see it. It's only for power. So you can give it power through here and it will charge your laptop, but nothing works connected to it. I tried several devices, but this port, it can use this at full gigabit speed. So I get exactly the same speed as I get when this cable is in my laptop. So absolutely zero issues whatsoever. But these ports are extremely slow, and this isn't outputting any HDMI image in it. Because I think this isn't doing anything active in here. It's basically just spitting out whatever it gets through this cable, and this particular Lenovo laptop that I have doesn't output video through that port, at least not in a way that doesn't need any sort of internal conversion. So that kind of sucks. So this I cannot use, this I cannot use. I left with a hub with 4 ports, from which only one is high speed. And that kind of sucks. So if you don't believe it, I don't know. This, if I connect it here, be back in a second. Working, I don't know, whitish, orangish light. And we can see the network sign in there that my PC is connected. So basically full speed, it would work with anything at full speed. So that would be awesome. Now I'm going to try and connect it here with one of these, which is an on-the-go adapter. This thing can also be used to plug this particular card into your mobile phone if you can believe it and have wired network. So this should work in there. Let's test. And it's plugged in and it's giving it power. So the card itself, this, is doing what it needs to do. But absolutely no network. So there is no data transfer happening in here. And I've tested with something else, a card reader. That's directly, I don't even use the adapter anymore. So you cannot say, hey, it's your adapter. Well, be back in a second. This thing is plugged in. Absolutely nothing popping out there. I'm going to plug it into the computer so you will see how it should look like. And it's plugged directly into the laptop and they showed up instantly. So this particular port, I think it's only good to give power from here to here or from here to here, and that's about it. Absolutely no data transfer from what I can see. And this thing I will test on another laptop that I know can output video data through this cable, and see if on that one the HDMI works. But let me show you on mine first that it doesn't work. So the HDMI initially is connected to my laptop and we have image on the TV. It's connected in here. Absolutely nothing. It's telling me to check the connection. So nope, not working. Okay, this is literally weird. I connected it to my work laptop, which I know for a fact that can output video image to either of these two ports, because I use it like this at work, and nothing. I get absolutely nothing. So what's happening here? Okay, so I'm also testing with this, which I know for a fact that it's working, and not even in my work laptop it also wants to output a video image. So my TV might be requesting a resolution that is basically too high for this and this at the same time. But then again, I cannot use this, I cannot use this, so I'm left with 3 USB 2.0 and 1 USB 3.0 port, which makes this about $20, more than $20 device, for me at least, useless. I'm going to return it and get something with more USB ports, and if possible only USB 3.0. At the end I'm not even going to try and get the video output. It's maybe the TV is just requesting something that is too much for them, so who knows. Okay, let's test this again. So we have an image on this particular TV. If I plug it into directly the HDMI port on my work laptop, and now I'm going to try and plug it into this one. Yeah, sorry, I was filming the drying clothes in here because there's bad weather outside and we are drying inside. And daughters in the background, so ain't that cute. I cannot literally plug this. Be back in a second. And it's plugged in and it doesn't care. Absolutely doesn't care. So I have no clue what's wrong. But then again, still doesn't work even with this. So I've got no clue what this is happening. Testing even more. So this onto this, which is a monitor. Still nothing. Let's switch to this. Still nothing. Okay, this was getting annoying, honestly. I couldn't make this thing work anywhere. So again, and I know it's working because I disconnected it from this particular laptop, but it's plugged into a dock and I'm using it as an VGA adapter. I have an old monitor VGA and I'm going to use it until it fully dies. So yeah, absolutely nothing. Let's repower on this thingy. Come on, wake up, please. Okay, excuse. I was saying sorry in my native language. I'm the dumbass because I unplugged this to charge my phone just a tiny bit while filming. So again, absolutely no signal. But then I come here, plug it into this thing, although I don't think it will go in because of my case. Need to remove the case. Okay, back, case partially removed. Do I need to wake it up? No, I don't. HDMI. And presumably it will, I don't know what it will show because the phone is locked. But it has a signal. Let me unlock it maybe then. Wireless projection and voila, wireless projection. Same thing. So, the adapter itself is working. I know for a fact on VGA and also on HDMI. Doesn't want to do the work in this one and also on my laptop. Maybe neither my laptop output VGA HDMI signals, sorry. So who knows, but let's try this one in this one, because we can see for a fact that this one is able to output something recognizable by HDMI. Ay, be back in a second. Let's plug it in. Unlock it. Absolutely nothing. So yeah, did I get a broken one? Is there just some kind of weird configuration thing and it just works on some particular models and in some particular situations? I literally do not know this, but for me the fact that this I cannot use it as a normal port, I can only use it for power, which I do not need in this case because my particular Lenovo cannot charge over USB Type-C, so this is useless for me. These are way too slow. I needed a minimum of 2 fast ones. I literally didn't realize that somebody could make these slow USB hubs yet. And this I cannot get it to work. In my particular case, you might get it in yours. I have no idea. Try, see, if not, return the device. I'm trying even on a different monitor. I did find online some info that in theory, if you use USB-C, this needs to be active circuitry. So no passive connection from USB Type-C to HDMI. This needs to have active circuitry inside of this. Maybe something is wrong with mine, or just incompatibilities. It seems that the more I search online, more incompatibilities I find. So now I am connected directly over this HDMI. I'm going to try to connect over this again on a different TV. Maybe on this one it works. And it works, if you can believe it. So on my third TV and fourth display in general, it actually works. Look at this. It's connected through that and it works. So yeah, in the end, I will still return this because it has much too few fast ports. I had the expectation that at least even this one is fast. It isn't. So yeah, but if you also want to use the HDMI output, well, you need to kind of be a bit lucky. And look at this. Now it also works on the 4K TV for absolutely no particular good reason at all. I'm going to test the other port. Maybe only one of them can do this and I was in the wrong one. So who knows? Let me see what happens now. Now, you heard that sound that something was fishy. Although, as I see it now, no, it's a connector problem. So today it's working. It's a connector problem. If I leave it like this, it might stop working at a point. Actually, still working now. So why it didn't want to work yesterday, I don't know. Let me try in my laptop, not the work one. Mine still not working, no matter what I do. So yeah, still returning this thing, but at least it seems it works on my work laptop and on my, actually on my mobile phone. No, it only works on my work laptop. So it's a compatibility issue at the end of the day. Buy it, if it works great, if not, return it like I'm doing, and that's about it. At the end of the day, I think that particular USB port needs to know to output DisplayPort, not HDMI, DisplayPort video, because it seems no USB Type-C can output HDMI, only DisplayPort that gets converted. And my laptop from the specs doesn't know how to do that, so that is why it will never work on this one. But weirdly enough, it also did not work on my phone. But maybe my phone didn't have drivers for this thing, so there's that. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope it helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one.